So in case you were wondering about this beginning little animation, I made that using SketchUp, which is one of my favorite little tools for building anything in 3D. So we're going to start our tour today in Home Depot, where I'm getting some things that I'm going to make the axles out of. I like these bolts here because they have the little smooth section there that will allow for some nice free pivoting, and I also have this connector. It's a couple that'll be able to join those together. Now, in order for these arms to move and pivot perfectly, we're going to need to find the very center mark on each of these circles and use that to drill our hole. So I'm going to use the calipers to find the accurate diameter of that, and then we half that number to get the accurate radius. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this compass and make it the exact width or the exact amount of the radius. And so what I'll do is I'll just find a point along the edge of the circle that I know I have defined, and if I do that, make marks from several different points where they all converge is going to be the exact center. So from there, I'm going to go ahead and reconnect my arm segments back together using just a screw. That way when I drill my hole, I'm going to have one hole that'll be the same on both sides. So I've picked the drill bit that is going to match the size of the axle pieces. Find that center mark and drill through that there, and we have that done. Just take the bolt, test it in there, and looks like we're good. So now I've taken these back apart, and I found out that the piece A and piece B holes didn't quite line up exactly as I wanted to. There's some little imperfections and inconsistencies in the sizes of these two different pieces of wood. And so when I laid them on top of each other, they didn't quite fit, so I had to modify that hole a little bit. It's still moving fairly decent, but when I got everything put together, we did notice a little bit of this. I didn't get my drill exactly perpendicular when I was making those holes, so you could see that we don't have a perfect 90 degrees coming off of for the axle, and so that's causing the whole thing to rock a little bit. So took it apart, got the drill out, opened up the holes a little bit more, tested it again, and now we're getting a little closer. Now this is one of those situations where hindsight is 20/20, but you know, live and learn. So thanks for watching. Now a few of you out there may have been like, aha, I caught some continuity errors. Well, yes, I admit it, you got me. But as I'm building this thing, it's sort of a stream of consciousness. I'm just kind of building as the inspiration strikes me, so to speak. But when I'm cutting these together into videos, I'm trying to keep it somewhat more organized. So you might see times where things are out of order from how I actually built them, but I'm trying to explain how you probably should build them. So, or yeah, like you're going to be also building another one of these robot arms, but in your own projects. Anyway, you don't need to hear all that. But basically, sure, go in the comments and post the first continuity errors you see if that makes you feel better. So anyway, see you next week.